Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sea of Thieves. Today, rather than going on for a huge adventure for a lot of gold and glory, I'm going to focus on one faction, and that is the Gold Hoarder. So let's go to raid our gold emissary and get our ship and figure out what we're going to do. There's a few ways to get a lot of gold, but first we're going to do our quest table, go ahead and pull up Gold Hoarders, and we're going to start off with a vault. There's a 3-part vault and a 6-part vault. The 6-part vault is going to give you a lot more gold and more rep. If you want a fast vault, you do the 3rd one, but we're going to pull out our compass, and it's showing us that we're going to go to the island to our left. Alright, we are here at the island, and you can tell because as the compass is pointing around a little more moving than usual, that's how you know you're at the right spot. And as we get closer to the loot, the needle will get faster and faster until eventually it starts spinning. At this point, you go ahead and dig it up. Every time you do this, you will also get a horde of a couple of skeletons, so you can go ahead and kill them. There's a chance that they'll drop a really neat item. But for some reason, I don't know why this happens, they burrow themselves back into the ground. So we're going to get our piece, and we're going to see if we got the red X yet. It looks like we did not, so we need to go out and do the compass all over again. Alright, the island is to our left, let's go ahead and go over there. Basically just rinse and repeat. Alright, digging this one up. And this time they did drop the item, it's the Vestige of Power. This is what they drop if we kill the skeletons on this quest. Alright, and we do have the X, so now we're going to head to the island right in front of us over at Kraken's Fall. Now a good thing is that I did find this rowboat with a harpoon, which will be really helpful as you'll see coming in the next couple of clips. If I can get in the water, of course. Normally a sloop could fit in this, but because you're doing this solo, you're going to want to bring a rowboat instead, because you want to be able to get out to your boat quickly, and if it's in here, your ship is as good as stuck. Okay, so now we're going to dig up our chest, and what's inside of this chest is the last thing we're going to need for this vault. So let's kill these skeletons and let's go to the vault. Okay, so now we're going to open up the chest, we're going to see the key is the Kraken's Fall gold key. You know what island it is because it says it in the name, and then if you read the description of it, it's going to say exactly where it is. So we are in the Great Spine below the rocks here. That's where we want to be, and the shark on the key is what's depicted on the wall. So once you find that, look around for where you place the totem, and then your vault will begin. Good luck. The first thing you're doing whenever you first walk in here, get everything you can out of the vault. Once that door closes, it's locked forever. So if you can get out, then you can safely retrieve it after the vault clips. And as we're walking around too, if you see the medallions, go ahead and put those in the middle. This is for later once I show you guys whenever I have all 3 of the medallions. For now, pick a new loot. Okay, we have all 3 of the medallions now. Now that all loot is gone, we're looking for a chalice, a key with teeth looking up, and then vertical chains. So we're looking for the chalice. That's good. And then I need the chains to be up and down. So then the 4th panel is going to be the combination of all of these. So we're going to be looking for chalice, but that's teeth looking down for the key. This is what all of the other symbols come together look like, and that's what you're going to find behind this wall. This is the chest attributes, the most valuable chest in this cave. You see all this gold on the ground? Don't worry about getting it. As a solo player, you're not going to have much time to get all the gold and then get your ship locked and loaded before, and your players might see you in the next 3 minutes that you're doing this. So cut your losses, get your loot out, and then get whatever you can back to the ship, because you do not want to waste time, especially when you're solo. And as you're bringing out loot, make sure that you're listening out for any ship sounds, any skeleton spawns, any players, anything that might want to bring you back to your ship. If you hear anything, do not hesitate to go back to your ship. I got lucky, nothing happened, so I just kept bringing out loot. Now we're going to harpoon all the loot and get everything back to the ship. And finally, as you can see, we don't quite have answer level 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a random quest. We're going to go ahead and do a digging quest to hopefully get extra loot, but also to go ahead and raise the emissary up just a little bit more. I would hold off on selling if it is safe for you to do so until you can get grade 5. Another thing is that you want to break these statues if you see them. They're mermaid statues. They'll drop gems based on the color, and they'll drop 1 to 3 gems per statue. And all these are good for every single faction except for Athena, and they're really good for Hunter's Call if you need that kind. So let's go ahead and find this treasure. Alright, quest is complete. Let's go ahead and kill the skeletons, get our loot back to our ship, and we'll head on to our next voyage. So our next play, what we're going to do is we're looking for these fortresses. We got quite a few. We have one up there, we have one down below. Unfortunately, there's actually a Reaper by there, so we're going to go ahead and avoid that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Trader's Fate's Fortress. Good place for a lot of loot, good rep. Also, away from that Reaper is always helpful. Also, if you ever find these bottle quests, these are super lucrative quests you can do. I got very lucky that I ended up finding a digging quest because this will actually end up giving us a lot of money once they're dug up. Let's head to that quest first. Alright, King's Crates. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Alright, now we're going to go ahead back to the fortress. Now they're grade 5. Once the emissary reaches grade 5, and anyone of emissaries can be seen by that ship. Alright, ghosties, let's do our thing. Alright, and that's it. So now the captain is dead, so now we're going to go ahead and grab the key and unlock the bottom door. This is where most of your loot is going to be on this quest. You're going to have like 12 items to get. A lot of them are going to be for your emissary, so grab them all. Next thing we're going to grab is also our storeroom key. This is for upstairs. This will have a couple more chests and another gem. This is best if you're doing the gold hoarder emissary. Alright, and now we're finally at an outpost. Now that we did our treasure vault, we did a treasure hunt for chests, and we did a couple of extra voyages, we were able to get grade 5, and now is the best time to sell our loot. These king's chests are worth each sold for 3,000 gold. If you had that emissary, it's 7.5 thousand gold per chest. So that quest was 30,000 gold. Don't skip on those. Every outpost also has a rowboat docking system, so if you have a rowboat full of loot, you can go ahead and use that. They're at every sovereign's area. Alright, and we have made a total of 126,000 gold just by myself for 1 hour. I got pretty lucky that I didn't have any other players around me, but for most part, if you're doing your own thing, you like to learn for the most part. And as a solo player, that's what you want. If you need to cut off some risks, definitely do that. But this is how I usually play the game, and I usually come out pretty well. So now that we have grade 5, what we could do is claim the emissary quest from the gold hoarder here. But because for the point of the video, it's just showing how I make money, we're gonna lower our flag, and then we'll do the emissary quest another day. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Sea of Thieves for how I search for gold. If y'all have any tips or tricks, leave them down below. I will be doing more of these for other facts coming up soon, so until then, I'll be editing. And you guys be safe.